Okay, welcome back to the reading vlogs. This is the first vlog in 2 weeks. I got pretty sick. I had a pretty bad cold. Thankfully it was only a cold, but I was like out of it for a week and a half, and I felt pretty bad, like I haven't felt in years, to be honest. So yeah, there were 2 weeks of no videos because I just wasn't in any place to film at all. I just was lying on my couch and just doing nothing. I'm still gonna probably have to cut out a lot of coughing. I still have a pretty hefty cough. I don't know, it doesn't want to go away, but I don't want to wait any longer to film anything. So yeah, if there are a lot of cuts, you will know I had to cut out coughing. I'm gonna try to keep it not too choppy, but we'll see. I did read 2 books whilst I was sick. The last of the Hunger Games, which I gave 4 stars. I mean, it wasn't a bad book, I'm kind of over the series, but yeah, I gave it 4 stars. And then I did also read The Curse of Saints, I think it's called. That one I give 2 stars. It is like I found out after I read it that it's supposed to be an adult book. It does read pretty YA. I didn't like the story. I didn't. I don't know. Everybody was so immature in that book. I couldn't get into it really. I just was. I don't know. I was trucking through it. I was glad when it was done. So yeah, I didn't enjoy that one. And then yeah, I did start a new book for this week's vlog, which is Malice. I am 100 pages in. I don't know about this book yet. I have to be totally honest. It feels rather bland at the beginning, and I don't mean that in like a negative way, but it's more like a neutral feeling about the book right now. I feel like, at least it might just be because I'm still a little bit sick, but I feel like we have too many characters right at the beginning. It is getting pretty like confusing for me. I'm just gonna have to be honest. I think we are getting too many points of views. I think that, I mean, I get that that probably will be like a choice, like some people will like it, some won't. I think it's too many for the beginning, but it's, I guess it's just a personal preference. So yeah, I'm 100 pages in. I think the only thing so far that stands out is that we pretty much have humans and giants. Other than that, it feels like your pretty standard fantasy world. There isn't really much like jumping out at me so far. So yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty neutral at the moment. It is like, it's a good reading fantasy. Like, don't get me wrong, it's like absolutely a good reading fantasy. It's just that it doesn't like go in it with like a super interesting fantasy world, if you get what I mean. Like it's just like your pretty basic standard fantasy world. It isn't anything where I'm like, oh, that is super interesting, that is super different, you know what I mean? So yeah, we have a lot of like brothers, who like, one is older, one is younger, and then they go in either the same direction but like at different times, or in the complete different direction. So we have quite a bit of sibling rivalry, in like a good way and in like a bad way in the book so far. We also have some death already, and the fighting with like the giants is really interesting. So the book definitely has that going for it. There's just nothing that is really like standing out to me so far. That is pretty much where I'm at right now. But yeah, I'm interested to see where this is going. My goal for the week is to somehow finish this one. I don't know if I will do it yet. It is 600 pages, so I still have 500 pages to go. And I'm still obviously a little bit sick, so I don't know if I will get through this week. We will see. But I did at least want to give you a reading vlog because I like missed out on like 4 videos. I had them planned already. I couldn't film anything, so it's a little bit annoying, but yeah, that is where we're at. I'm also back at work, and I'm really realizing like I don't have my full energy back yet, so we'll see how it will go this week. But I'm just glad to be back, and yeah, we'll see how the story starts. and how it will play out. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit more interesting. I'm getting, like, I guess it will go there at some point. I just think I'm really like, I don't know, I just thought there would be more like of a bang in the beginning, because we have that with a lot of different books. This one definitely isn't one of that. So I guess I'm guessing we'll have like like a slower start, and then probably we're gonna crank it up from there, which I'm totally fine with. It's just like my beginning impression of the book. So yeah, I will see you with the reading update tomorrow. We have some changes in the reading plans. I still have a cough. It's not going away. I don't know why. But yeah, I did do some changes to the reading. I feel like, because I'm still making my way through the David Edding books, I just cannot focus on another fantasy series right now. It feels like I can't give it the attention that I want to give the series, and I feel bad about that. And because I do want to give it a fair chance, I think what I need to do is finish the David Eddings books first before I go back and read the, what is it called? The Faithful and the Fallen series. So I decided, instead of continuing with that, I picked up the next book in the David Eddings series, and I think it's working better. I'm still not the fastest right now with reading. I'm 60 pages into this one. But yeah, it feels really, really great being back here. I did realize that we have also a lot of different perspectives here. I think it just annoyed me here because I am not in the, like, I don't have the capabilities right now to remember all of the characters in like two big fantasy series. I think that is the problem, which is why we're going with this one. This is the fourth book in the Malorian series, which is called Sorceress of Dashiva. Our group is now on their way again. We are getting nearer and nearer to the end fight. Obviously, it's not on this one. There's a fifth book coming still. But yeah, so we're getting nearer there, and we are also getting a lot more, it seems like, from all of the kings and queens that are back in the kingdom of our over king of all. And we are getting a little bit more of them, which I'm really enjoying, to be honest. So that is really cool. But yeah, I'm 60 pages in. I will continue with this one this week. We'll see how far I come. I think I can at least finish this book. I'm still not 100%. So yeah, it's still gonna be like a more chill reading week, to be honest. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, I have to be honest. And then we're gonna go back to Malice once I finish all of the David Eddings books. I think that is the most sensible thing to do. With other fantasy books that are like these like big series with a lot of characters, I don't have the problem, but Malice has a lot of characters and a lot of points of views and stuff, and I think that's just too much for me right now. So yeah, I'm sorry that you will not get an opinion of Malice from me for quite a bit, and I will put that back on the shelf, but I just think it's more sensible. I want to give it a fair chance, and I feel like I can't do that right now. So yeah, that is what I'm up to. I'm currently playing Elden Ring, which I'm enjoying a lot, so that is what I'm gonna be continuing with. And then I also did pick up my second cross stitch from Thread Geeks. You can't see much right now, but I did make it like this is my beginning, which is like roughly 1% of the whole piece. But yeah, this is the beginning that I've did so far, so it's not much to see right now. But yeah, that is where I'm at right now. Also, work is a lot. I'm getting really tired after work. I'm just not at 100%. It's just how it is. But yeah, that is how we're at right now. I will continue with this one maybe a little bit today, and then we'll see how far I can come tomorrow. I think it's 400 pages roughly. Yeah, it's a little bit less than 400 pages. So I should absolutely be capable of finishing that this week. And, then we'll slowly continuing. And hopefully I will feel much better by the end of the week. So next week I can get like really back into reading. But yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Okay, so going with this book was definitely the right decision. I read 100 pages, so I'm now at page 150. I love it. It's just, we're all back with the crew. I love the banter between the characters. Like, they have such a nice communication style between one another. Like there's so much, like it's fun. It's just the people talking in the book is just fun a lot of the times. Even though we have like places where, you know, they are a lot more serious, but like all in all, it's like kind of like a fun, bantery atmosphere between all of them. And I personally really enjoy that with the characters. I love them. He's just great with characters, David Eddings. I love them all. I'm enjoying my reading time. I will definitely finish this one this week, which is nice. Probably not much more, but to be honest, I'm like fine with that. We're not gonna hurry through anything. But yeah, they're still on their journey. Because of where we are, Silk, if you've read the books, you know who it is, kind of is like the main focus at the moment, just because he does a lot of, what's the... He's a merchant there, pretty much. Like he has like this like merchant empire where we are at right now, and so he's like well known and he has a lot of like contacts, and he is pulling a lot of strings to get our group where we want to be and to get the information we want to have. So he is pretty much playing like a big role at the moment, which I am really enjoying. It is quite fun, to be honest. I think he's a like pretty fun character, and so yeah, I am really enjoying this one. We still haven't gotten to the sources of Dashiva, though I think it might be our end like boss for the series, which should be in the next book. So I'm a little bit confused as to where we are going with this one, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to see where it is. I'm just really enjoying this one. It is what it is. It is a really enjoyable read, and you know, it's giving me a lot right now. But yeah, other than that, there's really not just a lot happening here. I'm still playing Elden Ring. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Other than that, I'm not doing much, let's be honest. I haven't even gotten back into workouts yet, because every time I try to do anything, I get a coughing fit. Like, just walking the dog gives me so many coughing fits. It's really annoying. I hope that it will go away soon, because even filming videos is a little bit hard, because I have to pause again and again to cough, because, you know, nobody wants to hear that. So yeah, that is kind of where we're at right now. We'll see how the book continues, and we'll see who the sources of Dashiva is. Hopefully like a cool character, even though it's like technically the bad one. But yeah, I kind of want to see where we're going with this one. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow or tonight, depending on when I will read more. Okay, please excuse the hair. I have to wash my hair today or tomorrow, either way. I did want to give you an update on Sorceress of Dashiva. I'm sorry, I just hoovered and I am still not healthy again. I still have coughing fits all over. It is really good, the book. Let's just say it as it is. I'm really enjoying it. We have a little bit more conflict in here, which is super cool. We have some death of some people who are totally fine to die. I love them. I also, something I forgot to tell you yesterday is I love the amount of airtime that Dernick is getting. He is super cool. I really love him. He's a blacksmith, and he got resurrected in one of the books, and since then he has had some really cool abilities as well. And yeah, he gets a little bit more sassy time, or like he can show what he can when he's not like fishing because he loves fishing, so he does that a lot. But yeah, in this book, he is showing what he can do as well. And then we had a little bit like of an expose of like how magic works in the world, which was super interesting. I really loved that part because, you know, we did get to know a lot about like a university that is in Melcene, which is the part of the world we are at right now. And there's like a university, and we had like a lot of interesting stuff when it came to that. So that is super cool. So yeah, I am really loving it. I will definitely finish this one tomorrow. It is a really enjoyable read. So yeah, I'm still only doing quick check-ins because of the coughing. I'm really sorry, but I can't change it right now. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow with another update. I will now go back to hoover the rest of the apartment, and then I will play some Elden Ring, which I'm really enjoying. So yeah, I will see you with the ending of the book. We'll see how the end conflict will play out. So I finished David Eddings' Sorceress of Dashiva. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. I liked the solution to bring the main nemesis into it, but it not being the final fight, because obviously we have the last book in the series still. So we had the our group pretty much in the middle of a fight of 2 armies with like two bad guys, which I think is quite a nice and elegant solution to this. So yeah, I really like this. I can't say it enough. If you haven't read the David Eddings books, go and do it. They are so good. I really love them. And yeah, I have 1 book left on my TBR now for this month, which is what I will start tomorrow. I've forgotten the name. I will tell you tomorrow. But yeah, so 1 book is left for the TBR, and I am actually thinking about going and reading the last one of the Malorian series after that, so that I can get through the last of the David Eddings books that I still have, which should be maybe 4 more, I think. I need to look it up, how many more I still have. But yeah, I have, I think, 1 more series and 2 standalones. So it might be 4 or 5, I'm not sure. But I am thinking of like going and reading these a little bit quicker, so like maybe 2 a month or something like that, so that I can get my head around reading another fantasy series, which, you know, I would really like to get back to balance, but I need to finish the David Eddings books before. It's just too much classic fantasy at one time. I'm really realizing that I'm not good with reading multiple series in parallel from the same genre, and so, you know, I need to take some steps to ensure that I enjoy all of the books and that I can, you know, get like all of the information out of the books. So yeah, that is probably what I will be doing. So we read the other book, and then I will probably go back to David Eddings and read the last one in the Malorian series, because I really want to know how it ends. I mean, I'm guessing that it will be a positive ending. I would be surprised if it wouldn't, but we never know what happens. I am fearing that there will be some dying still, which, you know, I don't want any of the characters to die, but I feel like it would be what will probably happen. So yeah. Other than that, I'm still playing Elden Ring. I am hooked. It is amazing, the game. I technically wanted to finish the Dark Souls games before, but to be honest, I am struggling a lot with those, and Elden Ring, even though it is still a pretty hard game, I am doing a lot better in. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that one. So that is what I will continue to play. Other than that, I'm not really doing much. I did continue with my cross-stitch project, but, you know, it's still looking like a whole lot of nothing. So there's not really much to show you, but yeah, this is nearly 2% of the complete piece. It is 1 corner, and this is like red leaves that I'm currently doing. So yeah, you can't see much still, but I am really enjoying it. I do want to get some more knitting in. I need to find like a good balance, but that is how it's always been with me. I'm feeling like I'm having a little bit better balance, but still not as much balance as I want to have with all of my hobbies. But yeah, I'm also nearly finished with like sorting and cleaning the Legos. I have 2 people picking up some Lego that I sold to them tomorrow, which is really nice. So I'm I have a lot of Lego sold now, and that is really nice. I have, I think, half of all of the Lego I sorted through sold now, so I can wash the rest, sell it all off, and then I'm done with that, which is really nice, because that is also taking up a lot of brain space for me personally. So I'm really excited for that as well. And then I can really get back into all of my hobbies once the Lego is out of the house and I don't have to look at it anymore. So yeah, that is an update. I will see you tomorrow morning. We'll see how far I can come with the book. I might extend the vlog to Sunday, we'll see, just to give you a little bit more reading, because I'm still doing short clips. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the book that I've forgotten the name of by Liba Dugo. So. Okay, it is Saturday now, and I did pick up the new book, which is Crooked Kingdom. I don't know how I didn't remember that. But yeah, this is part 2 of the duology, I think. I have to say, I think there's too much time between reading the first one and the second one. I barely remember the first one, which isn't ideal for reading the second one, let's be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have many opinions now. It does continue straight after the first book, and we have one of the crew who was captured, and now she, isn't in the greatest hands. And yeah, the rest are probably gonna try and save her. I think, I don't know if I said that when I read the first one, but for me, these books are somewhere between YA and adult, and I don't know if I enjoy them particularly much for that, because they are so full of violence. Like Crooked Kingdom also starts like that already, and it feels weird because I feel like the characters are a little bit young for the violence, and I can't remember how old they are actually, but like for me they are a little bit of like a teenager who talks tough. It feels a little bit like that, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't think I'm as much in the story as I would ideally be to enjoy this a little bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna apologize for that, but I'm not gonna reread the first one just to read the second one. I did enjoy other books by Lee Bardugo a lot more. So yeah, I don't know. It might also just be the duology that it's not like personally my favorite. I don't even remember what I gave the first book, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. There's a reason why I have picked this up earlier, but yeah, it feels like a little bit like violence for violence sake, and I did feel that with the first one as well. Like, these are really violent books, but it feels a little bit forced, at least in my opinion, and this starts that way as well. Like, we have a little bit of like a torture scene where the girl that got captured is like threatened with violence, but they never actually hit her in like the first night that she's there. And it feels like, like they demonstrate how the table breaks so easily when they hit the table, but they don't hit her. And she has this realization, like, because she, to stop them, she's like, oh, I'm not worth anything if you break my bones, because the gang leader that she's from like won't take her back if she's broken. And then in the end she's like, yeah, and it hurts so much because like I'm pretty sure like that's a true thing and that's the only reason they hurt. And it feels so weirdly forced. I don't know. I'm not. I think the first one was fine, but I didn't love it. Like, and I feel like because it's so long ago that I read it, I'm a little bit out of the story and out of the characters, and so it feels a little bit more forced than it probably would feel if I had read them one after the other, But yeah, I'm at page 70. So we'll see how this continues. I will extend the vlog to tomorrow, so you have a smidge more footage-wise, you know. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see how far I can come tomorrow. I'm hoping that I can get to, like, I don't know, the halfway point. I would be really happy with that. So we will try that, and then we'll see how the story continues. Okay, it is Sunday morning now. I wanted to give you a final update. I'm currently editing the vlog that you're watching, you know, and I did want to give you an update on Crooked Kingdom. I am at page 140 now, so I didn't make it to halfway through, but to be honest, I don't love the book. For me, it's too much. I think this book is kind of the definition of too much. I also never really got into the Grishaverse from Lee Bardugo. I did not like Shadow and Bone. I never continued with that series, and these are, I think, they have to play like in like the same universe at least. And I think it's just, for me, it's just too much. I did enjoy the other series by Lee Bardugo, which was, oh, I forgot the name, but there was still a fantasy series, but more like, what is it called? The like more modern fantasy that plays out in cities. I can't remember right now, but like more of like a more mellow fantasy series. But this one is it's just too much. They have gotten the girl that got kidnapped back. Now that is pretty much the point where I'm at right now. There was so much chaos, so much going wrong, so much planning and it not working out, and everybody scheming, and you know, it's just that kind of too much for me personally, which, you know, it just makes it so I don't love the book. I will make my way through it. We will talk about the rest of the book in next week's vlog. But yeah, don't expect a great rating for me, because I personally don't enjoy the pacing of the book, the way the story is handled. I don't really enjoy the characters, I have to be honest. I don't think they are meant to be particularly likable. I think they are meant to be likable in like a chaotic, in over the head kind of a way, but I don't like that personally. So yeah, I don't love this, but I will make my way through it. And then we'll see what I pick up afterwards. But yeah, that is the end of the vlog now. I hope you still enjoyed this week's vlog, even though it was a little bit, you know, still a little bit weird because I'm still recovering. My cough is still not gone. It is chaos with this cold. It really is. But yeah, hopefully next week's vlog will be a little bit more back to normal. And thank you so much for watching and being here, and especially like coming back if you are a repeat watcher. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing these videos, and I'm glad I'm back on it. So yeah, I will see you hopefully in the next video. Bye bye.